Since 1921, Woodland Park Zoo in Seattle, Washington, kept elephants. The zoo acquired Bamboo II, an Asian elephant, in 1968 after an Asian elephant by the same name had died not long before. In 1971, Woodland Park Zoo acquired an African elephant by the name of Watoto, and in 1980, the zoo acquired a second Asian elephant by the name of Chai. For many years, some of the citizens of Seattle complained about the conditions these animals lived in and frequently petitioned the zoo to upgrade their enclosures. Insufficient habitat surrounded the exhibit. Trees and shrubs were fenced off from the elephants, and the African elephant, Watoto, had a fraction of the space to live in because she had been separated from her Asian cousins. For the winter months, all three elephants were locked in a barn for 16 plus hours each day because of the cold climate in Seattle. The elephants developed arthritis and foot problems. Woodland Park Zoo announced in early 2014 that they would transfer Watoto to another zoo. This started a campaign by Friends of Woodland Park Zoo elephants with the hope of transferring Watoto to a sanctuary in California instead. Hundreds of activists flooded the city council chambers in Seattle to put forth their argument for sanctuary versus zoo. On October the 22nd, 2014, Watoto died. Watoto had collapsed during the night. There was nobody present to monitor her. Nobody knows how long she was on the floor. The zoo's medical records showed steady deterioration in Watoto's arthritic and lame condition. The zoo's records stated chronic reduced range of motion and increased lameness. The lameness had gotten so extreme that she was taken off display for a time prior to July the 21st, 2014. Arthritis and lameness in elephants confined in zoos is directly related to their environment and among the leading causes of premature death. Watoto was forced to stand on hard substrates during prolonged lockups in the barn and on unyielding compacted ground outdoors. Records obtained by Friends of Woodland Park Zoo elephants confirm that nighttime security did not visit the elephant exhibit in the evening or the morning of August the 21st and August the 22nd. Security staff made rounds which included patrols of the parking lots, gates, fences, the carousel, the rose garden and furnace, with no visit to the elephant exhibit. Watoto died alone from chronic health issues caused by zoo confinement. Shortly after Watoto's death, Friends of Woodland Park Zoo elephants urged Mayor Ed Murray, the Seattle City Council, and the Woodland Park Zoological Society to immediately retire the two surviving elephants, Chai and Bamboo, to a sanctuary. At a sanctuary, they could experience what was denied to Watoto, the opportunity to heal from the physical and psychological damage caused by captivity and the chance to live a long life in a warm climate on vast acreage. In November 2014, Woodland Park Zoo announced it would be closing the elephant exhibit. Unfortunately, they declared that they would send Bamboo and Chai, the two surviving elephants, to another zoo. Bamboo and Chai had lived in a tiny zoo display since they were taken from their mothers as babies. Friends of Woodland Park Zoo said Chai and Bamboo deserve space and peace in a sanctuary in a warm climate. Deborah Jensen, President and CEO of Woodland Park Zoo, said that Bamboo and Chai would be relocated together to an association of zoo and aquariums that shares our commitment to animal health and welfare and conservation through education and provide viewing access to the animals. Woodland Park Zoo announced on February the 27th, 2015 that Bamboo and Chai would be moved to Oklahoma City Zoo. The decision clearly showed that Woodland Park Zoo did not make the elephant's quality of life or health a priority. Once at Oklahoma Zoo, there would be 7 elephants in a divided 3.2 acres. That's less space per elephant than they had in Seattle. Oklahoma City's climate is much colder and hotter than Seattle's, forcing the elephants to suffer an even longer lockup in the barn. With this decision, Woodland Park Zoo had ignored science, Seattle's mayor and city council, the media, and the values of the community in which it resided. This proposed move to Oklahoma City Zoo went against the wishes of Mayor Murray, the city council majority, and Seattle taxpayers who supported retiring Bamboo and Chai to a sanctuary. Unfortunately, the mayor and the city council appeared to pander to the powerful few on the Zoo Society's board and had declined to use their authority to order the retirement of Bamboo and Chai to a sanctuary. After many legal battles and many silent protests in the city hall, Chai and Bamboo were introduced to their containers that would transport them all the way to Oklahoma City Zoo. On the 15th of April 2015, Chai and Bamboo were loaded onto a truck around 6 p.m. to begin their grueling trip to another impoverished existence in the Oklahoma City Zoo. Many tears were shed as the transport company carrying the elephants passed by on their way to Oklahoma. On the 30th of January 2016, Chai died in Oklahoma Zoo. At 37, Chai would have been at the prime of her life in the wild and still bearing calves, but Woodland Park Zoo and Oklahoma City Zoo bear the responsibility of another elephant dying prematurely. Chai's life was filled with trauma. It started with being ripped from her mother at only 1 year of age. She was beaten at Dickerson Park Zoo. She suffered the heartbreak of losing her daughter Hansa and endured 112 invasive artificial inseminations. Woodland Park Zoo went against science and the will of the vast majority of Seattle residents by moving Chai and Bamboo to the Oklahoma City Zoo, another inadequate zoo devoid of any quality of life, rather than retiring her to a sanctuary. Today, the only surviving elephant from Woodland Park Zoo is Bamboo. She is now 50 years of age. Bamboo is being constantly bullied by the other elephants. Zoo records show that Bamboo has been a victim of aggression from the other elephants multiple times since her arrival at Oklahoma City Zoo. They have repeatedly attacked Bamboo's tail, and in March a bite amputated about 2 inches. Another attack caused a 6-inch gash on her trunk. Bamboo also suffered other unexplained conditions such as edema on her abdomen, skin abrasions, and swelling above one eye, any or all of which could have resulted from attacks. Friends of Woodland Park Zoo elephants filed a complaint with the USDA that the Oklahoma City Zoo may be in violation of the Federal Animal Welfare Act for housing incompatible elephants together. Friends of Woodland Park Zoo have grave concerns for the health and safety of Bamboo, as well as the other elephants housed at the zoo. Aggression between elephants in a space that does not allow for escape puts the elephants at serious risk for injury or death. Zoo records show that Bamboo has been separated from other elephants overnight at least 46 times from April 2016 through mid-August. This follows the same dysfunctional regimen that Bamboo was subject to at the Woodland Park Zoo. Separation is extremely distressing to highly social animals. It was inexcusable of Oklahoma City Zoo to have created this problem and reprehensible of them to ignore it. It would be in the best interests of Bamboo and the other elephants to be retired to a sanctuary where they would have thousands of acres to roam and elephant companions of their own choosing. At the making of this video, Bamboo still isolates herself from the other elephants when she's forced in the same enclosure. She was seen being bullied by the other elephants in a 2-day period. Woodland Park Zoo transferred their ownership of its elephants to Oklahoma in November 2015, 5 months after stating they still wanted to be part of their lives.